How's it going, guys? So I wanted to make this video on why Riot should implement voice chat for League of Legends, or at least why League needs voice chat. As I recently saw there was a video posted on Reddit called "If Riot Actually Implemented Voice Chat," which sort of said that, oh, everyone's a flamer. And I've also been playing a lot of Overwatch recently and seen how much good can come out of voice chat. So basically, there are 3 points which I think are it's not even that voice chat is good, or it's a necessity. I don't understand why in a fucking competitive game like League there's no voice chat. It makes no sense. So yeah, the first reason would be that actually let's just tackle the toxicity issue first, because that's bullshit. There are a bunch of people that will be like, as soon as I say League should have voice chat, they'll say can't do that. We are toxic. I will yell at you. And it's honestly, I disagree. I can't speak for Dota, which would honestly be the best example to pull, because I haven't played Dota. But according to some people, I think the voice chat's not too bad. It's probably not the worst thing in the world. I have played CS, and I will agree that occasionally you'll get some obnoxious Russian that'll just yell at you. But it's not, I don't think my feelings have ever been hurt by some Russian. If there's a Russian being toxic or just being an idiot, I'll wait a bit, and then once I'm fed up with that shit, I'll mute him. Which, I mean, you can make, the best counter argument is why the fuck do we have text chat? Text chat is toxic. Has anyone ever actually said anything good in chat? Why don't we just communicate only using pings? Only pings from now on, because text chat is toxic. It's that's fucking retarded, right? So, if you can mute people in text chat, why can't you mute them in voice chat? And I find that you're actually way more likely to mute someone in voice chat than text chat, because if someone's toxic in text chat, you might write back, you might see 10 messages, and you might even not feel bad at first, and then eventually they get to you, and then once the game is done, you're fucking salty as fuck. Whereas with voice chat, once someone said a few things and you're annoyed, you're oh, well, mute this guy, I don't need to listen to his bullshit, So I think the whole toxic thing is just dumb. Also, as a general, I don't think you see toxicity in games in voice chat. I've played Overwatch a lot recently, and people will be toxic occasionally, but again, you can mute them. And it's pretty rare that someone will actually be toxic in voice chat, because most people hide behind their keyboards. You'll see that in CS as well. If someone's actually toxic, they'll be hiding behind their keyboard. They don't want their fucking voice to be heard. They want to be, anonymous. That's the whole, once you're hiding behind a keyboard, you can say whatever you want. So the whole toxic argument on voice, I don't really believe it. Top comment on this Reddit thread with the video is also, this is funny, but every time I join a random Discord server, the group are really nice, and even when someone's feeding hard, I never hear flame. Because again, you have to be confrontational on voice chat where people actually hear you and you're a person, and people don't do that. So I think the whole toxicity argument is really, really weak, and it's the only counter argument to why there's no voice chat. So it's, I don't know, I disagree. And then there are 3 things that I think are main reasons to add voice chat, which is it's fun, it's competitive, and you make friends. And yeah, I'll go through. So the first one being voice chat is legitimately fun. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch recently in the new season, and it's just night and day. It's so much fucking fun when you get a good guy on voice chat. We had a guy called Epic Pants, and we just we had a good time. We talked, made some memes. There was also a guy, Sexy Turtle. I can even remember the fucking names, and it's been 2-3 days. People actually have an impact on you, and you you have a good time. And even the games where we lose, where usually I'd be fucking tilted, it's oh, we lost, but at least we had fun, which at the end of the day is what a fucking video game should be about. So yeah, actually playing with fun people makes the game fun, and voice chat can do that. Then there's the competitive aspect, which League of Legends wants to be a competitive game, and they don't have fucking voice. Like, it's just embarrassing. Like, honestly, when I play... Alright, voice chatting Counter-Strike isn't always the best, because not a lot of... At my rank, not a lot of people will voice chat. But when we do the pre-made, like... Honestly, Counter-Strike feels so fucking satisfying when everyone's just making calls and playing together. You could say the same with League if you're playing with friends or whatever, but since League doesn't have voice chat, you can't really talk about it with randoms. But it feels so satisfying. And it's the same thing with Overwatch. I was recently 1800 MMR, and honestly no one voice chats there, and it was terrible. And then me and my friend got up to 2400, I believe, close to plat. And the difference, we did this in like a day, and the difference between 1800 and 2400 is like, it's night and day. Like, once you get up to like 2400, everyone pretty much talks. Like, you'll have, in a game of 6, where I guess I'm one of the people, so there's like 5 randoms. Those 5 randoms, 3 or 4 of them will speak, usually. Some games it'll be like, everyone speaking. And it makes the game so fucking good and competitive, because again, it's got the fun factor I talked about. And on top of that, it makes the game really competitive. Everyone's making calls, everyone's shouting who to kill, what to do, where to go, like what's going on. And I mean, yeah, if League wants to be a competitive game, why don't you try foster this competitive environment with a voice chat? But yeah, that like, it was amazing once I saw in Overwatch. Once, like, I went from no one talking to everyone talking, and the difference it makes in gameplay on a competitive and fun level. And then there's the last point, which is a little bit more lighthearted, but I still think it's serious, which is, like, making friends. How many times when you're playing League do you actually make a friend, like, or, like, someone to play with, you know? Most of the time, it's like, oh, this guy carried me as fucking Riven. Actually, no, all Rivens are toxic, but, you know. This guy carried me as this guy. Alright, well, cool. I'll add him. We'll duo twice, and then we'll never talk again. Fuck, you know. We don't have anything to, yeah, talk or anything. Because, you know, you make no connection. The guy has a username, and he's a fucking, like, Riven. Like, cool. In Overwatch, like I already said, like, you'll see someone called Epic Pants, and he'll have a funny accent, and you'll talk, and you'll make some memes. And then at the end of the game, you'll be like, alright, let's play with that guy. He was fucking funny, or he was cool. Or he had good call-outs if he's competitive. And then you add him, and then you can play more games. And then, yeah, you actually fucking talk to people. I even, like... There was at one point I was playing where I got invited to this Discord group. And yeah, they all played Overwatch. Which I guess you could do that with League as well, get invited to a Discord. We only did it because the Overwatch voice chat was being a pain that day. But, yeah, basically you actually make friends on Overwatch, and like, it's real people because you can hear their voice instead of some text chat where it's just dumb. So I think that's important. And then, I don't know how many people, because so many people join League every year, but I believe it was season 3 or 4, there was, Curse Voice, which if you don't know what it is, it's a voice chat program. It still exists, but basically what was special about it was they added timers to League, jungle timers, before they were in the game. And because of this incentivized a lot of people to get it, because jungle timers are fucking good to have, you know? And then it also had voice chat, and the app eventually became so popular that, like, a large amount of people in games would have it. And I was playing on OCE at the time, and like a lot of people had it, so I can only imagine that more people would have had it on NA or something. But we would get in game, and people would be like, curse voice. And it would be like, alright, sure. And again, it's about convenience. You're not going to get people to go on Skype. Curse voice was convenient, so people did it. If Riot actually implemented voice chat into the fucking game, people would talk, you know? But yeah, curse voice, like, a lot of people had it. People were voice chatting. And that period before it got not shut down, but you know what I mean. It was like a 3-week period also. It could have been longer. I don't know when I got it compared to when it, you know, closed, or when it was like at peak popularity. But that period was so fun. I had a bunch of games where we'd all go like in the curse voice, and everyone was just, again, making friends, competitive call outs and being competitive and having fun. And I actually remember, I don't know why I can remember this since it was a lot of years ago. A long time ago, sorry. But I remember there was a fucking Renekton that fed his ass off, and people didn't really flame him. I think the voice chat actually just got quiet because it was like sort of everyone's like, well, this guy sucks, but we're not gonna, no one's gonna talk shit. And this was in a fucking group voice chat. I mean, if you're just pressing fucking F to voice chat on League, actually that's the flash key, so you're probably not doing that. But if you're just pressing a key to voice chat on League, you're not gonna, you can just leave if people are annoying. You can just mute everyone. And that's another thing. People are gonna feel like, oh, well, everyone's toxic. I'm gonna have to mute someone every game. I've played Overwatch for 70 hours now, and I've only had to mute one guy. And that was like, 2 days ago. There was one guy that was really obnoxious and yelling constantly, and I was like, alright, well, I'll mute him. But yeah, one guy in 70 hours. And I know that League is probably a more so competitive game than Overwatch. Maybe CS and... I don't know. League is like... In game design, it's inherently frustrating. So I can imagine more people would be toxic. I'm not saying that. But it's definitely not as bad as people are making it out to be. And League desperately needs this voice chat for the, for what I've said, being fun and competitive and such. And I don't understand why Riot's not adding it. And if I was to make a guess, Riot will probably add it in, within the next 5 years, Riot's going to add voice chat. And then they're going to pretend that they, discovered voice chat and they're fucking great, like they always do. They will refuse to listen to everyone, and then eventually they'll add it, and then they'll make it sound like it was their own idea, like, oh, we did tests for toxicity, and it actually turns out that voice chat is great, and we added it, have fun, and then it's going to be like, yeah, alright, we told you for X amount of time to do it. But yeah, I hope that Riot actually will add it eventually. Even if they do want to pretend and take credit for it. As long as they add it, I'll be happy. But, yeah, we'll see. I think the game desperately needs voice chat. Especially when you play something like Overwatch and you actually see how fucking good it is. And the only counter argument I can see again is the toxic one. I don't know what else, what other problems. And you can just mute people. I mean, people are toxic in chat as well. Let's disable chat, Anyway, I think I'm just reiterating my points. I don't know if I have anything else to say. If you have an opinion on the voice chat and you have some counter argument that isn't toxicity, like you think there's some other detrimental thing to voice chat that'll make it shit, please let me know. I would love to know what people think and if anyone has, reasons why why voice chat would be shit. Because I don't see it, and maybe I'm just blind. But yeah, anyway, have a nice day. Peace out.